Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jadavine. All right, before we get into this video, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, man. So, Maximum Football is officially out. It's been out since the 17th. It's out on all platforms, whether it's on PC, whether it's on Xbox Series S or X, and it's on the PS5. So, if y'all haven't not went to go pick it up, please go ahead and pick that up if you want to go check out another option for football. And yeah, it's free. You know what I mean? It's legitimately free. But one thing I do want to talk about here for a second, I don't really think people are really kind of getting into this aspect of this free to play football game. It's the monetization. And I will say that just from a consumer standpoint, I don't like it. Now, business side, I understand that you got to make somewhat of a revenue because it's a free to play product. So I understand that you have to put that model in there. But at the same exact time, your model is kind of predatory. You know what I mean? Or if it ain't kind of, it is. I'm looking through the screenshots here, and I got a little video looped up as well. I was sorting through some of the customization that y'all have, and the customization is deep. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can download logos and stuff of that degree, and there are a lot of logos that are up already. But one thing I don't like is what you're doing is you're charging people real money, which is like I think $5 might get you 500 virtual currency of the game, right? Or let's just call them, I don't know, coins. Let's just call them coins, right? So, well, no, it's coins already. Whatever the virtual currency is that they have, you're spending real money just to get something as simple as a wristband or to take the towel that normally is on your left or right hip to put it behind you, or just to get a sleeve. You're charging people 15,000 coins for that, or some virtual currency just to get that. Now, I understand that you have some stuff that's kind of wacky and over the top cosmetics. I understand that you have that, and that's something that you can pay for with real money. But as far as like stuff like generic stuff like that, Maximum Football, you cannot do that. You can't, man. You got to scale some of this stuff back. The part that I don't like is, you have different. First of all, you have Adidas in here, right? Now, I understand that you're trying to get people to buy into your product, and they also get a chance to get the Adidas cleats and the gloves, right? Which is cool. But if you're just a regular person that is just opening up Maximum Football, wants to get straight to creating your team, and then finally get on out there or start a dynasty mode, you're not really necessarily able to really lock in on what you want to do with your team, because there's certain things that are hidden behind a virtual currency paywall. And the way I see it, all of this stuff should legitimately be free. You know what I mean? The only way I see you guys pushing the whole, pay to get said cosmetics or whatever, I see you have an ultimate team aspect of this game as well. Now, again, it's completely optional. You don't have to play it. But the way I see that you guys can basically profit off of that is if y'all do like 2K. Like, for example, on 2K, you have different shoes from different companies, different players or whatever. Like, say, for example, you got a pair of LeBrons. You got a pair of LeBrons that are a gold tier shoe, right? You have that shoe, and that shoe gives you +7 to layups and dunks, +4 to speed, and +2 to acceleration or whatever when you put that shoe on. And you paying money for that. You know what I mean? If you're not paying my team for it, my team points for it, then you're paying, actual money for it, actual VC to get it, or out of a pack, or whatever the case is. But, you're having that aspect of it if you're going to add licensed cleats on there like Adidas or something like that. But outside of that mode, if I want to just create a team, I should be able to have everything that I want right there in my arsenal. Now, I see I got a battle pass as well. I get that too. I completely get it. It's free to play model. I understand. You can grind your way through it without even having to buy the battle pass. So that part, whatever. It is what it is. But a lot of the stuff in here, just from you loading up and just pretty much playing the base game, it's extremely predatory, and it's like you're hounding us to spend money just to play this game or just to necessarily customize, because people want to get deep into customization, but you're forcing your predatory practices on us with microtransactions. Now, one thing I found out was when you're doing Dynasty mode, you have tickets that you can use when you're making your Dynasty modes. I thought that when you did Dynasty mode, you actually had the ability to create all the dynasties that you want, but no, you have to buy tickets, or you have to earn tickets out of either Battle Pass or either out of weekly objectives that you can do and all the other stuff. But you got tickets, and each time that you open a Dynasty mode, you have to spend a ticket. Now, if you say, for example, if you try to delete that Dynasty mode, you don't get that ticket back. That's pretty much a ticket you just threw away. I had to find that out for my hard self. I had to find out the hard way for my own self, because when I went in, I wanted to see, okay, well, the menu was saying that I have to pay for this stuff. Let me see if I can go in through Dynasty mode and see if I can put this stuff on my players. And no, you still want me to pay for different face masks, different helmets, different cleats, different equipment, just to have a tucked, loose, relaxed, or a tight jersey. I have to unlock that somehow, or I have to buy it somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, there's too much monetization put in this game to the point where it's like, okay, well, my back is against the wall. I'm limited. I'm not really limited, but I'm limited. I have all the customization that I want, but I'm still limited in a way. Like, I'm not really necessarily able to hone in specifically on the customization, because you have me wanting to buy virtual currency just to get a basic accessory. Now you got some what's the face? Not face mask. Sorry, mouthpieces on there. They're cool. I get that there's cosmetic ones. I get it, but the generic mouthpieces, come on now, like that shouldn't even cost a thing. Like I said, I can understand if it's like wacky and over the top. I get it, but something generic, come on now. You know what I mean? Now, I got an idea, right, with the whole Adidas thing, right? So, say for example, right, if you weren't able to let us unlock it just for regular play, right, I would argue that you go into Dynasty mode and you're able to set a brand for your team, and then that can contribute to you making more money to your Dynasty, because obviously you're able to take your Dynasty and do how like you used to do in franchise mode of Madden 07 and create revenue and things of that nature. It's a really deep, intuitive Dynasty mode, which is cool, but I feel like you should be able to do that, like have your team be sponsored by this brand, or have them be approached by this brand and your team rocks that brand and you get a specific bonus. Or say, for example, when franchise comes out, right? You know, in the NFL, like let's say 1 year it was Reebok, the other year it was Nike, the other year it's Adidas, or another year it's Nike, or the next year it might be Under Armour. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the ways I feel like you can allow people to get a chance to put on those brands and not have to pay for them. You know what I mean? And if you do well, that could be a way that you can unlock it for regular, not online head-to-head play, but regular play. If you want to just play offline against computer, or if you want to do another Dynasty mode or franchise mode, you have that unlocked to be able to use. Or you have the option to turn that off if you don't want to do brand sponsoring. You can be able to wear whatever brand you want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Just things of that nature. You know what I mean? Just a few ideas to rattle off, but you've got to pull back on your microtransactions, guys. You have to. Don't get greedy, because what you're going to do is, I feel like a hot start that you guys got going on, you're going to ruin your momentum if you don't scale back the microtransactions. You have to turn it back some. Let people get the generic stuff, and then some way, somehow figure out a way to have people be able to get said accessory without having to spend money. If not that, or have a way to be able to get said brand without having to spend a crazy amount of money, if they don't want to do the Ultimate Team way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the idea for Dynasty mode or franchise mode, do that. You know what I mean? Or have it be somewhere where we have to achieve a certain accolade in order to get said cleat or said glove, or whatever the case is, allow us to be able to track that. Whatever the case is, but I really feel like you guys are overstepping your boundary as far as microtransactions go, and you're becoming what I would call greedy. Scale it back, guys. Scale it back. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devine, and I'm signing out. Peace.